Welcome to this Danfoss ICAD B setup and configuration video about how to do basic navigation using the ICAD B display interface. Watch this ICAD B video and get all the benefits of saving time and money with the easy and quick setup of the ICAD B and having a safe valve and system operation with the ICAD B intuitive navigation. Beside this video, we have multiple online ICAD B videos and literature available to support you in doing a correct ICAD B installation and support you in efficiently using the different ICAD B user interfaces, which you see here. Therefore, scan the QR code shown here to access the online ICAD B videos and literature and check out the ICAD B support material which meets your needs. In this ICAD B video, we will show you how to power on and start up the ICAD B, how to understand the ICAD B display interface, how the ICAD B navigation structure is built up, how to access and switch between the different ICAD B parameters and selection options, how to return to the main screen from the parameter menus, how to do an automatic valve detection in the ICAD B, how to do a manual valve selection in the ICAD B, and finally, how to reset the ICAD B to factory settings. So keep watching this video to learn more about these objectives and explore the full potential of using the ICAD B display interface. It is very important to ensure that the ICAD B is correctly mechanically and electrically installed before starting up the ICAD B and starting to configure it. The ICAD B should always be installed and connected to other equipment according to the guidelines given in relevant literature, such as the installation and user guides for the ICAD B and other equipment. Please note that there are 2 ICAD B online installation videos available to ensure safe and reliable installation and system operation. Here you see an image of the ICAD B with built-in display mounted on an ICM motor-operated valve. You also see specified the available ICAD B models with built-in display. In this video, we demonstrate the ICAD B setup and configuration using an ICM function module located on a table, as seen here, and we mount the ICAD 600B model with built-in display onto this ICM function module. However, the setup and configuration procedure is the same for all ICAD B models with built-in display and all suitable valves, and the setup and configuration procedure is the same with a suitable valve already located in a refrigeration system. So let us start using the display interface. You can power on and start up the ICAD B once the electrical wiring is completed. Immediately after ICAD B power on, then the status light and display lights up as seen here. You can see the status light guide specified here, and you can check the other online ICAD B videos as well as the installation and user guides for more details about the ICAD B status light. Here you see the ICAD B display interface. As seen, this display interface consists of a display and 4 keypads. The display is text descriptive and it has an intuitive navigation. The display includes the following: status bar with information about alarms, warning, service, Modbus address, Bluetooth and UPS, ICAD B name, actual valve opening degree, and operation status. The keypads include exit, arrow up, arrow down, and enter. You can find more information about the ICAD B display interface in the ICAD B installation and user guides. Before we can operate the ICAD B and the valve onto which the ICAD B is mounted, then we first need to configure the valve in the ICAD B. The ICAD B has a setup wizard as default ready to support you to do a quick ICAD B and valve setup as seen here. Should you wish to skip the ICAD B setup wizard and instead manually set up the ICAD B and valve, then press exit and say yes to skipping the setup wizard. However, let us now do the quick ICAD B and valve setup by using the setup wizard. Therefore, press exit to return to the main screen and the setup wizard. Press enter to start the ICAD B setup wizard. The first step is to specify the operation mode, which as default is modulating operation. In this example, we keep this and confirm by pressing enter. Please see more details about operation modes in a separate ICAD B setup and configuration video. The next step is then to configure the valve on which the ICAD B is mounted. As seen, here you can select between manual valve selection or automatic valve detection. In this example, we select auto detection. Press Enter to confirm this. The ICAD B will now automatically detect and configure the valve onto which the ICAD B is mounted. As seen here, then the ICAD B has detected and configured an ICM25 valve. Please see more details about valve configuration later in this video. Press Enter to continue the setup. Since we have selected modulating operation, then we should now select an analog input signal. As seen, then the default value is 4 to 20 mA, and in this example we keep this value. Therefore, press Enter several times to confirm this. Please see more details about operation modes and input signals in a separate ICAD B setup and configuration video. As the next step, we are asked if we wish to enable Modbus. Since the ICAD B is not connected to Modbus, then we say no to Modbus by pressing the arrow down and Enter keys. We are then asked if the ICAD B is connected to a UPS. Since this is not the case, then we say no to UPS by pressing the Enter key. Please see more details about UPS operation in a separate ICAD B setup and configuration video. We are now asked how the valve position should be in emergency state in case of a power failure. As seen, then the default valve position is closed, so in this example we keep this and confirm it by pressing Enter twice. Please see more details about emergency state in a separate ICAD B setup and configuration video. We are finally asked if we wish to have a service reminder. As seen, then the default value is no, and in this example we keep this and confirm it by pressing Enter. The ICAD B and valve setup is now completed, and therefore we are asked if we wish to start valve operation. We say yes to this by pressing Enter. As seen, then the ICAD B returns to the main screen, ready to operate the valve. Okay, you have now been introduced to the important considerations before ICAD B startup and what happens during ICAD B power on and startup. You have also been introduced to the ICAD B display interface layout and features, and you have seen how to do a quick ICAD B and valve setup by using the default ICAD B setup wizard. All this ensures you an easy access to valve setup and configuration. Let us now look at the ICAD B navigation structure to better understand how to use the display interface and understand the ICAD B parameters. This will efficiently support you in doing the valve setup and configuration, saving your time and cost. In this navigation structure, you find the main parameter menus given for the ICAD B as specified here in this overview, which is based on the parameter list in the ICAD B user guide. From the main screen, you can access the main parameter menus by pressing the Enter key. You can then navigate through the different main parameter menus by using the arrow down and arrow up keys as illustrated and seen here. For a given main parameter menu, you can then access the sub-menu with sub-parameters and selection options by pressing the Enter key, as illustrated here in this example, which is taken from the ICAD B user guide. You can then navigate through the different sub-parameters by using the arrow down and arrow up keys, as shown here. You then set or change the settings of this sub-parameter by firstly pressing the Enter key, then using the arrow down and arrow up keys to identify the needed selection option and value, and then select and confirm this value by pressing the Enter key. Pressing the Enter key will bring you one step back in the navigation structure. This also happens by pressing the Exit key as illustrated here. You can find more information about the ICAD B navigation and parameters in the ICAD B user guide. As mentioned earlier, and as seen here from this navigation structure example, also shown earlier, then you can press the Exit key to move one step back in the navigation structure. If needed, press the Exit key several times to return to the main screen. Please note that when you are at the ICAD B main screen, then you can also use the Exit key to access and show given alarms. You can find an overview and explanation of all given ICAD B alarms in the ICAD B user guide, as seen here in this example. Okay, this was a thorough review of the ICAD B navigation structure. You now know how to access the main parameters and the subparameters, and you know how to navigate in the selection options. You also know how to return to the main screen and how you from here can access and see given alarms. This will efficiently support you in doing a fast and correct ICAD B and valve setup and configuration. ensuring a safe system operation. Now, as shown earlier in this video, then after power on, the ICAD B setup wizard automatically guides you step by step to do a valve configuration so that you can operate the valve with the ICAD B. However, as also mentioned, then it is possible to skip this setup wizard, or whenever needed, alternatively do an automatic valve detection or do a manual valve selection in the ICAD B. As seen from the ICAD B display, then the ICAD B is in alarm mode until a suitable valve is configured. Therefore, let us do this now, starting with doing an automatic valve detection. To do the valve detection in the ICAD B, you need to access the service menus. And before you can do any configuration here, you might firstly be asked to enter a service passcode. Therefore, press enter and scroll down to service. Then press enter. Alternatively, from the main screen, press and hold the enter key to go directly to the passcode menu. Enter the 8-digit passcode, which from the factory is 12131400. Select each number of the code by using the arrow up key and pressing the enter key between each number to confirm it. After entering the passcode, then scroll down to Advanced Control. Press enter. Then scroll down to Valve Detection. Then press enter. Say yes to the valve detection and then press enter twice. The ICAD B will now automatically detect and configure the valve onto which the ICAD B is mounted. As seen here, then the ICAD B has detected and configured an ICM25 valve. After this valve detection, then the ICAD B is now operational so that we can start exploring the navigation and parameter structures. Therefore, firstly press the exit key several times to return to the main screen. Okay, you have now seen demonstrated how to do an automatic valve detection in the ICAD B. This supports you in doing a fast and easy valve setup, saving you time and cost. Let us then show you how you can do a manual valve selection in the ICAD B. Press enter and scroll down to service, then press enter. If requested, then enter the service passcode as explained earlier in this video. Scroll down to Advanced Control, then press enter. Scroll down to Valve Configuration, then press enter. Select the valve type and size corresponding to the valve on which the ICAD B is mounted. Here you see illustrated how you can identify such valve. This is taken from the ICAD B installation guide. Since we demonstrate the valve selection using an ICM25 valve function module, then we select the ICM25 valve. Press the enter key to confirm and set the ICM25 valve. After this valve selection, then the ICAD B is now operational and ready for valve operation, or ready for further configuration. Therefore, firstly press the exit key several times to return to the main screen. Okay, you have now seen demonstrated how to do a manual valve selection in the ICAD B. This supports you in doing a fast and easy valve setup, saving your time and cost. So let us then, as a final exercise, show you how you can reset the ICAD B to factory settings, should you wish to do so. Press enter and scroll down to service, then press enter. If requested, then enter the service passcode as explained earlier in this video. Scroll down to System, then press enter. Scroll down to Factory Reset, then press enter. Press the arrow down key to say yes to the factory reset, then press enter. Scroll down to yes again to finally confirm the factory reset. Please note that when saying yes to the factory reset, then this overrides all earlier configurations done and the ICAD B returns to the default factory settings. Press enter to confirm the factory reset. As seen, then the ICAD B returns to the main screen and the ICAD B and valve are now ready for setup as explained earlier in this video. Okay, you have now seen demonstrated how to reset the ICAD B to the default factory settings. This supports you in doing a fast, easy and flexible ICAD B and valve setup. So, you have now completed this Danfoss ICAD B setup and configuration video about basic navigation. This means that you know how to power on and start up the ICAD B. You know how to understand the ICAD B display interface. You know how the ICAD B navigation structure is built up. You know how to switch between the different ICAD B parameters and selection options. You know how to return to the main screen from the parameter menus. You know how to do an automatic valve detection. You know how to do a manual valve selection. And finally, you know how to reset the ICAD B to factory settings. all this ensuring a correct and safe system operation. Please check out the other online ICAD B setup and configuration videos. Have a look at the other online learnings about the Danfoss ICAD B actuator for motor operated valves. Thanks for watching.